Hi there and welcome to this video on the Dentistry Interview, focusing on the topic of personality multiple mini interview stations. I'm Connell from Dentist Mind, where we go through important topics of the dentistry interview. Whatever university you're applying to, multiple mini interview or panel, we've got you covered. If you're new here, make sure to click the subscribe button. Whilst you're watching, please leave any comments below if you're unsure about anything at all. We've got helpful timestamps below for each part of the video to help guide you. The following video is a free sample of our full interview course, which you can buy by clicking on the link down below in the description. So let's get started. Interview lesson 8. So multiple mini interview station 1 on personality. So MMI station 1. Discuss the following with your interviewer. So number 1, your biggest weaknesses. We've touched on that before. A time you've had a challenging task. Again, these should be sounding familiar. And how to deal with stress. So we'll start with the first question, your biggest weakness. Good answers, as we've discussed in previous lessons. Taking on too much or time management. If you're going to mention this though, it's important to say how you manage your time and how you've adapted to improve this, and your continual self-improvement. Organization, public speaking, and then being too ambitious in decision making. Bad answers, perfectionist, we said before, it's a bit boring and generic. And then giving a positive as well. You can't, if it's positive, do you view a positive as a weakness? Yeah, and make sure you listen to the question being asked. So you can link your extracurricular activities here as well. So if your weakness is being too ambitious, you could link that into trying to organize too many events when you were head of the dental society at school. You could also talk about how you're working to improve on that weakness. It was the example we given in the previous lesson. Oh, you didn't know the numbers of people coming, so the room wasn't big enough. So you've turned your weakness into a positive, really, because you were just so good at organizing events, you weren't prepared for it. But yeah, a time you had a challenging task. So again, the STAR method that we touched on, okay, use the structure, the situation, task, action, response, reflection. You'll be reflecting on everything throughout your career. Quality of task for a good answer. Ideally, the task will be impressive. Organizing a charity event, most people don't do that at school level, so that is impressive, and if you've done it, it's worth mentioning. Yeah, going to the cinema with your mates, not great, is it? Bad answers, simplistic answers. The task shouldn't be overly simple. Frying a few eggs or going to the cinema. It's not really worth talking about and make it memorable for the wrong reasons. Lack of reflection. This is what I was saying before. So everything you do must be reflected on, positives and negatives. You want to look at the good points so you can emulate those in the future, and you want to look at the bad points to see how you can correct that. That's why we're constantly doing audits and reflecting throughout our careers. The end goal is to improve. How did you deal with stress, or how do you deal with stress? So good answers, your extracurricular activities. This is great. It's a positive refocusing of your stress. Go for a run, play some sport, listening to music. If you play an instrument, this is a really positive use of your time to take your mind off things that might be stressing you out a bit. Speak to people. In this day and age especially, there's no shame in speaking to someone. You should, if you're stressed, speak to people. You can help each other out. Keep a diary, keep tasks. Yeah, be ordered. I find the way I manage my stress is to avoid the stress in the first place. Be organized. Bad answers, simplistic methods. I watch Netflix. I know a more positive thing would be, I like to cook and try out new flavors, something like that. I don't get stressed. It's a lie. Everyone gets stressed, or this person is either lying or they're very naive, because you need to be able to be aware of your own stress and acknowledge the stress so that you can deal with the problem. You can't deal with a problem that you don't know is there. And that is lesson 8 completed. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe by clicking down below, and please leave a comment. click here to continue watching our interview series. And to unlock the full access to 70 tutorials covering core interview topics, multiple mini interview mocks, top tips and more, click on the link in the description below now.